Hey guys, it's G. Welcome back to my channel. So today I really wanted to film a video basically reflecting on last year, like a little kind of like a 2020 rewind and going through each month and telling you guys what I did, because I think as much as 2020 has not been the best for everyone and it has been hard, it's been a struggle, it has been a very strange year. As much as 2020 hasn't been the best, it did bring me a lot of incredible positives, and it's definitely helped shape who I am now in a way. Like, it's definitely made me stronger. It's definitely made me see the positives in everything now. With everything that's going on, you've definitely got to focus on the positives more than the negatives. So this is why I really wanted to do a video looking back on 2020 and doing a 2020 rewind. I just want to say, please excuse the lighting. It is now dark. It's the UK, so it's always dull anyway. But before we get started, please don't forget to follow me on my Instagram. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's free. I post 2 videos twice a week, so you'll get content throughout lockdown or whatever your situation is. Whatever you're doing, you'll get 2 videos a week. Okay, so let's actually start this 2020 rewind. Every January is a pretty quiet month. It's not a busy month. Everyone's kind of going back from Christmas. It's definitely not a month to remember. But January last year, I did get my lip blush done, which was like the lip tattoo to make my lips look not dead. I actually did it to give my lips a lot more colour. January was the month I saw Meg and got my lip blush done, which was pretty cool. Then February came along, and this was a pretty busy month. So February was the lounge underwear shoot. So the lounge shoot was part of their My Boobs, My Body campaign. I was featured in it, and I just I honestly was speechless. I couldn't believe it. It's definitely a highlight of my whole life and career. That is something that I never imagined to be doing, and especially because it's with lounge. That's insane, and I had so much fun. It gave me a lot of confidence. Like, that shoot, I couldn't have been thrown in at the deep end anymore, considering it was my first ever photo shoot and campaign in underwear. It was a lot, and it did take me a lot, and I was nervous, but by the end of it, I felt so good, and it was a huge achievement for me, because this sounds so stupid, but I actually don't like taking pictures. Like, I'm very insecure when people take pictures. I'm like, oh my god, I look awful, I don't know how to pose. Like, it takes about 100 photos for me to like one. So for me to do a campaign in underwear was huge, and it really did. It changed me for the better, and it was one of the most empowering things that I've done. And yeah, I can't thank Lounge enough for that. Then 2 weeks later, this is still in February, I actually did my first ever magazine photo shoot for Blogosphere. I was featured in such an incredible issue. Nikki Lilly was actually the chief editor of that issue. It's one of the best magazines ever, and the fact that that one is the most diverse, it's just an incredible issue. And yes, I will admit that photo shoot was very out of my comfort zone. It was probably the most nervous I've ever been for a photo shoot, because it was pink and pastel and very girly and mint, like fairy tale, and that isn't my style, as you can see. As nerve-wracking as it was, the Blogosphere shoot definitely did push me out of my comfort zone, because it was something that I never expected to be doing. And I actually did a photo shoot with Linda Blacker, and she is the queen of the fairy tale series. She took photos of me, like, incredible. They are some of the most beautiful photos, but I would love to do it again with her, but make it more my style with, like, I don't know, I'd love to have like wolves or Dobermans, especially now I've got my hair short. I would absolutely love to work with Linda Blacker again. She was a dream. She made me feel incredible, because on that day I was so ill, and also as well, I was very nervous. Like, I didn't have a lot of confidence, because, you know, put me in pink, I am not confident one bit. If I'm wearing things that I know I feel confident in, it helps. But by the time Linda Blacker was like doing the shoot and we got started, it was an incredible interview and shoot. It was just, being featured in my first ever proper magazine was such a cool moment for me. And the fact that February was a huge achievement in itself was just a pinch me moment. So yeah, and I can't thank Blogosphere enough, and I can't thank Lounge enough for making February one of the best months. Then it came along March, which was actually my first ever Mother's Day. You're probably thinking, what the hell, you're not a mum? Yes, Rue is my baby, my child. She's my dog. She's my first ever dog that I bought myself, and she, of course, is my child. So my mum did something so lovely, and she got me flowers and a best mum mug with a paw print on it. It was just the sweetest thing ever. My mum is just amazing at things like that. She always makes an effort, my mum, and the fact that March was my first ever Mother's Day was just adorable, and I bloody loved it. Just before the UK went into lockdown, I ended up being invited onto This Morning again. I've been on This Morning, I think 3 times now, and it was just an incredible experience. And then straight after it, me and my dad was invited to go to the Ritz, and we went through like the Queen's entrance. Like, we literally got the full experience. It was something that I will never ever forget. Then literally a few weeks after that, we're still in March at this point, I was emailed and contacted by Superdrug to be part of their Faces of the Future campaign that they launched to help other people speak up about their causes and their passions, and basically create a change in the industry and the world in general. Always be so grateful that I got the opportunity to work on the campaign, and especially with Superdrug, because February and March was one of the best months. So yeah, we definitely finished off with a bang in March. So in May, I actually got my wardrobes fitted, which was something I wanted doing for like a year now. I didn't ever think I'd get it done last year due to the pandemic, but luckily we got someone out and he was so lovely and he did them for me. He did them perfect. I know you can't see my wardrobes now, but the fact that I got my mirrored wardrobes changed my room so much, like the whole aesthetic of it. Having my wardrobes done was one of my favourite memories in May. Of course, May we were still in lockdown. We were allowed to go to like the beach and things. Even though we were in lockdown, we were allowed to do certain things. All went to the beach. It was so private, it was lovely. We were out of the way, no one was near us, and we had a barbecue on the beach, and we had our own little setup. I don't really like beaches, but that was again one of my favourite things we did in 2020 was just sit on a beach. We had hot dogs, I was drinking IPA, and yeah, it was just incredible. Now the funny part about May was it was actually one of the hottest months we've had in years. So I took a lot of like bikini pictures. We were in, literally, I was spending so much time in the garden in my bikini. Again, it wasn't hugely exciting, but doing little things like that really did make the month much better. Then it was June, which was Rue's birthday. We did like a puppy party for her. So we actually met up with Rue's brother and we had like an outdoor puppy party. It was so cute. Rue's brother, Dexter, is absolutely gorgeous. They had doggy cake, doggy hats. It was so beautiful to see Rue with a brother. And yeah, I mean, how fun. Then of course July came and it was my birthday. Now I actually didn't do anything for my birthday because we fostered a French bulldog and we had her in medical foster until she was suited for another family. Absolutely adored her and cried my eyes over her. Like, I was heartbroken letting her go. It was the best thing we did, and it really has opened our eyes up to fostering dogs, because bloody hell, it's not easy. And for anyone out there who does fostering for dogs and even just generally for children, I really do like take my hat off to you guys, because it's not easy and it is hard and it's so emotional. July was all focused on our foster Frenchie. As much as I cried that month and was devastated, it was something that I will never forget, and yeah, it was something that I will always look back on and be proud of, because we actually helped a Frenchie at the end of the day. We helped her get out of an awful home because she wasn't being treated well, and we gave her a new home for a few weeks until she found her perfect family, and now she's living her best life. So even though July I did turn 22, we didn't really do much for my birthday because I was more focused on having this new foster girl. She was on great rest, she couldn't be left at all. So, and of course my birthday was also spent in lockdown, so we actually couldn't really do much anyway. Then August came along and we actually went on our summer holiday. We do it every year and we always go down south to Devon. It's my favourite place ever and I feel so at home. I absolutely loved it. We stayed in an apartment and it was just beautiful. I then decided to dye and cut my hair. I cut most of it off. It was like a long bob. It was kind of like to here, bleach the front bits because I wanted to really switch up my hair. I did love it on me, but it wasn't something that I was going to keep forever. Something that I really enjoyed, again, something so small, but Me, my mum and my nana all did like an IKEA trip. We spent the day there. We spent too much money, but I loved it, and it was so nice to go out from being in like a 3-month lockdown. We just embraced the last bit of summer. We walked to IKEA and we had the best day with my nan, and then we sat in the garden and drank tea. I mean, if that isn't life complete, I don't know what is. Now we're up to October, and this was when I went back to my normal black hair. I cut my hair off a bit more. We also went away for a cozy autumn mini break in a caravan, and it was so beautiful, and it was just what we needed. Definitely need to go away again because the UK is just stunning. November, we're in lockdown again. I didn't do too much creating content, taking pictures, you get it. Then December, of course, I cut my hair even shorter, and this is where it is now. And it was Christmas, and it was a very strange Christmas. We couldn't really spend it with my family. However, I loved spending it with my mum and my dad. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'm actually going to love you and leave you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.